Hi guys, I keep thinking about making videos and not actually doing it, but let's get started. I'm ranking all Rhythm Hem Fever minigames based on a couple criterias: gameplay, aesthetics, which is least important, theming, possibly distractions, and maybe even P-rank attempts, because, there might be a couple significant ones. I've gotten about 27 P-ranks, so I'm qualified enough to probably do it. I don't think there's any more categories, but I won't include endless minigames or rhythm toys, because, yeah. And, yeah. So let's start, I guess. I also won't count the ones like, the calligraphy thing, or the minigame where you shoot the ghosts, because they're so scary. They're too scary for me. Anyway, let's start, I guess. The worst minigame, in my correct opinion, is probably Tambourine. I don't know why, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I just hate this level. I don't understand it. It's one of those levels with not much of a theme, and you're kind of in a blue void, which, don't get me wrong, obviously, like Karate Joe. They do that and they're still really good minigames. Theming isn't the best, aesthetics aren't important, but how's the gameplay? It's shit. I don't know why, but I don't like the minigames like this, like the ones where you have to like copy things. They're fine, but this is just, I don't like this one, it's really bullshit. I will admit that this is probably a top 10 hardest minigame. I might chalk that down to a skill issue, question mark? I don't know. Regardless, I do not like it, and P-ranking it is not fun. No shit. P-ranking a level I hate is unfun? Wow. Yeah, the mechanics are just hit the tambourine or shake it. I don't care for minigames that have less mechanics, like only one or two. But like, yeah, not too much depth in my opinion, I guess. The gameplay just feels unfair and unawful. Unawful. Next. Okay, so next in F tier is Donk Donk. I don't know why, I don't know if this is a hot take again, but there's something I bloody hate about Donk Donk. I was considering it as my least favourite level, but I definitely have more frustrations with Tambourine. The next one on the list is also close to this, but the timings in Donk Donk feel very confusing. Same with Tambourine. And the aesthetic is somewhere in the clouds, they're pink or something, and there's flowers, I think. I really do like the aesthetic, but it's kind of confusing. You'd think the fact that you're on some kind of spaceship would make this like a Remix 7 level, but no, it's a Remix 6 level. I don't know why, but the carnival level is the one with Donk Donk. It's so random, but we'll talk about it more when we get to Remix 6 later on. I like the theme, I guess, though despise it confusing me. I think the Donkers go to this, like, city that they live in or something. Who bloody knows, but you know what I do know? This level has awkward timings with the do thing. Also, that city is, like, seen in a lot of, areas, like, you'll see it in Remix 10, I think? Or one of the other remixes, I can't remember. Anyway, the first cloud distraction. This is... I actually kind of like the cloud distractions, but this one's just alright. They kind of cover up the visual cues, which is fine. It's not hard, but still. I feel like the Donk Donk gets easier at the end, but maybe that's just because like, you get inconsistent. Either way, the whole level just still sucks. The ending's kind of fine, with you going through the cloud distraction and then emerging out and boosting to the city with the final do. I just find it annoying to time the level, and it's definitely not a lenient timing. Kind of like a lot of levels, Tambourine excluded. Wait, it's definitely not a lenient timing like a lot of other levels. Tambourine excluded. As in, Tambourine is not a lenient timing. The characters are aliens, so just put Donk Donk in Remix 7, like another level that was put in Remix 6. That was awful. Okay, so I used to think that Tap Troop is the worst level in the game, and that Tambourine was just in D tier. My opinion's changed a lot, Jesus Christ. Because I bloody put Exhibition Match in D tier. Tap Troop is definitely the third worst in the game though, now that I'm thinking about it. It's a very non-linear minigame, like Donk Donk and Tambourine, and I swear to god it's not going to be a trend putting hard minigames at the bottom. But these are just like unfairly hard, I'd say. Like, maybe people butcher me for saying that, but like, yeah, I don't think they're very fair. Don't worry though, Remix 10 is really high. So the theme for Tap Troop is, I guess the tap dancers performing in a blank white space. Slightly better theming than Tambourine, but still not really. I just think the gameplay ruins most of the levels for a lack of theme, which isn't a problem for Donk Donk and the last 3 in F tier. I just don't like the mechanics once again. I got to the 4th or 5th red D and tap tap tap. I'm gonna exclude that from the video in my P rank run, and yeah, I just don't like it. Tap Troop gets worse in Remix 7 though. But like, yeah, I just don't have any good ways to say, I hope you burn in hell. Maybe I should have done an Allied Master Computer bit for Tambourine or this level, but yeah, just fuck this level, honestly.
Hate. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits in wafer-thin layers that fill my complex. If the word hate was engraved on each nanoangstrom of those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equal 1/1 billionth of the hate I feel for humans at this micro-instant. For you, hate, hate.
Flock step, shit step, whatever you want to call it. I think it's really funny that every F tier level has only 2 mechanics. No more, no less. Maybe it's just because like Rhythm Heaven Fever has so many 2 mechanic minigames. And I like most of them actually. Well, a lot of them. I don't mind like 2 mechanic minigames. But the theme is pretty alright, I guess. A flock of weird flamingo-like bipedal birds roaming around somewhere. And I guess they're everywhere in the world, I think. It's shown to be inside the main bird's eye, the one that you play as. And maybe it's a situation where it's like a world inside a world inside a world inside a world or something. But the level itself is, guess what? Unfun. That distraction where the world zooms out and then you go out to the bird's eye is really funny and catches you off for the first time. And I just think that some distractions in this game are really interesting. But yeah, the gameplay is like walk and then do the bounce thing, which is harder than it looks. Like maybe the entire game actually. But theming's good, distraction's good, aesthetic's alright, gameplay's bad. Moving on. I actually don't have much to say about Monkey Watch, but I think it is another interesting distraction with the zoom out into the man wearing the watch. I no joke literally just died to the last 2 notes in my P rank attempt. It was so sad, but I've never actually beaten that anyway. But it's still so annoying. If only. If only I didn't die to the bloody last 2 fucking clicks. But the gameplay is yellow monkeys are fairly easy, and I guess the pink monkeys are slightly harder, I don't fucking know. It's another consistency challenge, and it's hard in Remix 2. The theme of being a watch is neat, I guess. It's like, why would this man like wear a watch that just has monkeys on it? Like, apparently he's supposed to be an eccentric man or something, but I don't fucking know. On to the next one. I have a confession. This next one is way too high. Working Door 2, I never liked Working Door at all. Like, not the first one either. But this one just baffles me. The theming is cool because, like, I guess, I don't know, but why is it themed about Japan? Who fucking cares? Main problem is the gameplay. Unlike every other level in this tier and game as a whole, unless you, like, count calligraphy, this level is way too fucking easy. And why is that a problem, you ask? To that I say, look at this fucking gameplay. Working Door 1 is way harder by a long margin. This is like Working Door 0, that's what it would be. Because I remember, like, Mega Mix has 0 versions for some reason. This is bafflingly easy, and I just get confused why there's a section which is quiet and has, like, a single fucking thing to hit. It's so random, and I cannot comprehend the design intent behind doing that. I don't know why making it easy justifies a sequel, but sequels are supposed to be way harder, like Samurai Slice 2, or introduce a new gimmick, like Microsoft 2. Oh wait, I mean Micro. It's just so fucking weird, honestly. Moving into not quite D tier yet, we have one more level, Remix 7. I don't put this in F or D tier because I think it's a very special level, because it's so annoying that this level is so stylish and aesthetically pleasing, with a cool space theme, which to me looks more nostalgic internet themed-ish. The level is presented in such a cool way, and the character reskins are really interesting. Well, only Karate Joe, but whatever, I guess. It's so good, and the scene where he watches TV is so funny and catches you off guard. But my god, this level is so unfun to play like the rest of F tier. If it had good gameplay, easy S or A tier, but nah, let's just give you 10 or 15 second long tap troop thingy. It's mainly the tap troop that ruins it, so I probably should put it way higher, but it ruins my love for this level. I would have had without it. I guess I just don't like Shrimp Shuffle 2. But yeah, wasted potential in my opinion. Not much to say about Remix 2, but it starts off D tier and it's literally just Monkey watching Tambourine. Wow, 2 F tier levels drag this level down? What a shocker. Yeah, the theme's kinda mid. I guess it's rock themed, and I like how we start with Monkey Watch being like Big Ben in London and all that. But yeah, the Tambourine sequence is definitely one of the harder parts, and shows like a macabre school theme, like when you get it fucking right. And I just don't really care. Just get out my face. Fucking awful. I hate Remix 2, honestly. It's the shortest one, but it's debatably the worst one. Shrimp Shuffle is just like mid in my opinion and not fun at all. It's set with this troupe of shrimps. There are a bunch of dancers, I guess, and also a beach and sunny seaside like area theme. It's alright, but the gameplay is just a worse version of Lockstep. Yeah, I don't know. I used to think of this as an F tier level, but I just kind of don't care about it. I want to forget about it, and the cool thing about it is the title card. Because I haven't actually talked about the title cards, but I think most of them are pretty unique, and they're all pretty good in my opinion. But this one has like a Japanese-ish or Korean-ish theme to it. Like with the song as well, the little intro song supporting it, intro tune. I don't know what else to say, but like, it's cool. And also, I'm starved for content. There's dolphins in the background, guys. That's pretty neat. Okay, so the first working dough is also D tier. I don't know if it's a hot take, but I do not like working dough again. The second one is low because it's easy, and this one is just, it's slightly better because it's the original one, and it's also like pretty challenging, and I like that. Also at the same time, I just don't care. I just don't like the gimmick, if you can call it that. I like the Game & Watch theme, like the references and all that. And some can say it's fan service, but it's not really in any way, I think. And I don't really care how many references are actually. I mean, I don't actually know how many references are actually Game & Watch. But I know that there's the foreman, and he turns into a ball in one of the sequences. Which is also done in the worst sequel, but it's done worse, obviously. Rhythm Heaven Fever's sequels are just a mixed bag. Some are good, some are awful, some are just okay. Working Dough actually gets credit for having a satisfying part with the dun 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 dun. But that's all I like, besides an interesting-ish theme. Love Rap. I was initially a fan of this level, I guess, but besides an alright theme, the gameplay just boils down to awkward timings with a weird delay. I think the level's fairly lenient, but still weird timings, and getting late actually feels harder than getting early timings. Is that just me? Like, I don't really know, but the cars look really nice. The car looks really nice, rather. The characters look kinda goofy, I guess. And the level's a snooze fest, kinda like Bossa Nova. This takes the cake for the level that I couldn't give two shits about. The theme is characters are a couple, I think, and they're playing volleyball with balls appear from fuck knows where. Who fucking knows where the balls are going? They're also on a cloud as well, and they're slowly ascending a tree. There's a cicada or a chicanery, I think. I don't know. Same thing, right? And besides that, we get the return of the beloved cloud distraction. Yay! Initially not a fan of this one, but like it kinda grew on me, I guess. It's fine for what abstract feel this level's going for or whatever. There's also a disembodied voice congratulating you, and the level's probably the calmest in the game, which is probably the design intent. And I don't really agree with that, but it's not really calming, but instead boring, which is probably the consensus behind the level. I don't really read everyone's opinion on this game. Who fucking does? It's my opinion, plus no one cares. Okay, so what's the next minigame? Oh, a different version of a pretty good level, which introduces offbeat rhythms and sucks ass with awkward timings. Sign me up! My main issue with Packing Pest 2 is probably the offbeat timings, and I can never actually tell when it's going to be a double up or an offbeat timing, and it just feels less satisfying compared to its precursor. Like the next one on the list, and Working Door, I don't really see a point in justifying a sequel. The theme isn't even that different compared to the first one, besides you, the employee, have hair, and the colour's different. Wow, so different. Although it is cool we get a wig, I guess. I think it's a wig. It's a funny-ish visual change. I think the theme for the sequel should have been like this version of Remix 10, where COVID hit the company and we gotta wear face masks. Where were we? Oh, the bad sequel sex dungeon. Let's see. Oh my, is that Figure Fighter 2? That's why they buried this down here. So not only does this version look extremely ugly in my opinion, but they messed up the fucking jabs for piss sake. Normally a jab goes like jab and then followed by another jab in a fairly reasonable 1 to 2 second interval-ish. With this level, it's just kind of like jab and then you insta jab followed by 1-2 interval, and then jab again. Another problem I have with this minigame is as soon as you load in, you immediately have to instantly do a 1-2 in a black screen, which is funny the first time, but like it's also unfair that they just throw you in like that. If you're playing on this on mute, which first, why the hell would you do that? And second, fuck your P-rank. I think this is the ugliest looking level in the game. Most, if not all other levels are stylish, unique and they're alright. Unright. And most importantly, not giving me a headache when I see them. This level is just different for some reason. I don't know why I hate this so much. I don't know how I don't know why I hate how this looks so much. I won't really touch on the theming until like when the bearable version comes up, I guess. In C tier, we start with another disappointing sequel. Guess what it is? It's Shit to Scale 2. It's not actually that bad, and I'm thinking I'm ranking it too low, but at the same time, this level's just so weird. Like at least every other sequel we discussed so far, they've actually somewhat justified a sequel. Granted, they weren't successful, but this level teaches you nothing you can't just learn from the original. I don't actually hate levels that teach nothing new, it's just the theming. It's just theming and solid gameplay that at least tries to be unique from the original. This is just a watered down build to scale. The only difference is that the colours are uglier, and it's another contender for the top 5 ugliest levels, which isn't that hard since there's like 2 or 3 ugly levels maybe. This level doesn't even try at all to be interesting, and yeah, it's just a forgettable sequel, nothing more to say. Lovecraft 2. Another one I rated way too high previously. I think it's the cool theme that made me like this one so much. It's really just the same as Lovecraft 1 gameplay wise. And it doesn't try to vary itself, but at least has a cool mansion-ish aesthetic or something. Maybe the woman owns it, but yeah, I don't care about the sequel. But it is at least pleasing to look at, which is a bonus. It actually has a very interesting intro to look at, which I'm not talking about the title card, I mean like the chandelier lighting up the flames to the beat, which, yeah, it's annoying that you have to wait like 10 seconds to play the actual level, but that's about it. Not much to say. I guess I like her sat on a chair now, I don't fucking know. I don't think she can get that weird toothy car in the mansion anyway. And I always looked at that car like it was sentient with a big toothy grin in the render for the minigame in the game selection menu. Anyway, next minigame.
Crazy into you. All about 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 you. Crazy into you. Crazy into you. Into 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 you. All about you. All about you.
Fish of the day, oh sorry, catch of the day, my bad on that one. But who really cares if I actually make mistakes that big? Nobody's really paying attention. Unless they are, in which case, oh my god, thanks for putting up with me. This next level is themed around, you'll never guess it, fishing! Big shocker, I know. So there's the gupper, and if you get unlucky like I was, I mean, he's called the gupper in English, and quick nibble in normal places. He's very easy. Next is the little waiter, as we call him, or pause gill in normal places. Normal being if you got the game being called Rhythm Hand Fever, and not Beat the Beat Rhythm Paradise. It's a shit name. That's some off-brand ass name. He's also easy too. And then there's the big teaser, or the free fish, which in my opinion, I think us knife wielders got the better name for these fishies. Gulper, Little Waiter, and Big Teaser give the fish somewhat of a personality. And yes, I think this minigame is the dreaded U word. underrated. I'm sorry. Big tease is kind of easy. You just wait for the lick, and then you wait for the lick. 3 seconds after, easy catch. Anyway, the gameplay's pretty good. Theme's okay for what it sets out to do, and it's an easy P rank. Don't mean to flex, but I have like 27 of those things. Anyway, cool transition. Woo! Screwball Factory 2 is actually way harder than I thought to P rank it. I almost did it too, but damn, it sucks balls. I basically failed at the end of the level. I do that too much. But what's my opinion on the level itself? Take it or leave it. Neat, like, distraction, but, like, I think the light robots might be easier, the white ones. Probably a commentary on how white people have it easier than black. What was I saying? Alright, this level's alright. Speaking of alright, we have Night Walk, which shouldn't even count, but it's in Remix 10 and is the only minigame with its own mode, I guess. With that being the credits. It's a good old waste of time. Once you beat Remix 7, you unlock a watchable credit with a minigame you wonder is playable, and yes, you actually think of Portals for once. The level itself is boring, and I hate the roll mechanic where you have to hold A and B in a very awkward, inconsistent timing, and then release after, in a bit. My brother actually failed Remix 10 because of that stupid roll mechanic. I have almost never done it right. Call it a skill issue, I don't fucking care. This level is too high now that I'm thinking about it, and not the good kind of high. I put that in the fucking Remix 5 is a strange one. It has levels I hate like Flockstep. Catch the Day is alright. But I used to like hate the Exhibition Match. But yeah, this remix I hated because it had levels I hated or didn't care about. And surprisingly I like the level now. It might be the shortest remix besides Remix 2. And I'm not a big fan of the prehistoric themes. And the Flipper Flop reskin sucks. But who cares? It's alright to play, I guess. But I'm being really generous with this level, I feel like. It doesn't overstay its welcome, this one, and I guess it's just an underrated one, I think. Yeah.
1, 2. 2 flipper roll. 1, 2. Attention, company. 2 flipper roll. 1, 2. 1 flipper roll. 1.
Samurai Slice 2. Where did we go wrong? I'm not sorry for the hot take, but I put this in S tier before, and now that I'm thinking about it, was it really that good? I only really put it that high because I thought the city theme was really cool, and it reminded me of the Miitopia area. And, you know, I just love Miitopia, but that area was so fucking hard. The gameplay is like, I guess, a harder version of Samurai Slice 1, and the big black bastards are definitely the hardest, but I think all of them have the exact same timing as even the small ones. The big ones you have to go like halfway through before slicing them. And then Kingdom Hearts shamelessly stole from Rimhem Fever over a decade ago. How horrible. I'm sorry for the audio. It sounds bad. Seesaw, another level I kept to the D tier bin liner. I still don't like this level much, and it's another Void level, but this time, the Femboy colour. But I don't really mind it as long as the gameplay is solid. And guess what? The gameplay is actually solid. The big jumps are hard to nail down at first, but I figured out, and they were like the scariest things to get right. But they were interesting timing. My question for this level is, what are they? Are they like couple? I think that they're suggested in the couple. I think that's like suggested in the cafe or something. That they seem like weird frogs or something that have weird things in them. I don't mind this one. I wouldn't go out my way to play this one. Or play or avoid this one. Kinda like Microsoft Bimbos. I mean Micro. I just call it Micro like a normal person. Anyway, the first one is pretty solid in my opinion. Another dreaded, underrated minigame. I think the theme is okay, with us being like living beings inside water or something. But yeah, a bit off topic, but I think it's funny that in Rimhem Mega Mix, this minigame is used in the Citrus remix, and the microbes are in the orange juice, I guess. They look really ugly in this remix. But back on topic, this is a really solid minigame. You have to constantly tap every second, kinda like games like Flock Step, Tap Troop, and Flipper Flop, where you're constantly pressing A, if you know what I mean. The gameplay is solid, theme is alright, don't know what to say, on to the sequel. Yeah, the sequel is slightly better. It looks the exact same, but the gameplay introduces a neat mechanic to spice it up, where you have to hear a whistle and then press A twice in a row, and then press A once after a second interval, I like it, it's alright. I didn't talk about the distractions, but there are other microbes, like the pink one in both versions. There's also shapes if they're meant to be distractions, but they aren't really. The most distracting thing is probably the camera zoom, and they're the most prevalent thing, near the end obviously. Yeah, that's all. I kinda like micro a fair amount. The next one. Smelly coin. Cheerleaders 2 isn't my favourite. In fact, I feel like I should be putting it below Micro, but oh well. I kind of like that they're in a music exhibit, but at the same time, why are they cheering people on in a museum, like aspiring readers? It's weird, but the locale seems pretty nice. The location, obviously. I'll talk more about the gameplay in the original, but I don't like the fact that most of the timings are delayed to not hit the beat. And also, the Let's Go Read a Bunch of Books and Rarasis Boom Ba Boom are used a lot more, which I don't like them considering their awkward timings. I figured out the awkward timings, but originally I hated them. There's also the part where the Rarasis Boom Ba Boom is done 3 times in a row, and that's just like, okay. It's an alright level, not sure where the girls are on a school trip. Yeah, I guess they could be like on a school trip here to be cheerleaders. But why a museum? Figure Fighter is another one that I don't think is too bad. It's at the top of C tier, so yeah. We're gonna start getting pretty good levels, but this level isn't cruel and ugly, like its younger brother. The theme is that you're on a stage, and sometimes I think the level is trying to tell me to play a much better level. Not sure why though. But yeah, you play as an action figure, and for some reason there's an audience willing to watch an action figure punch punching bags by inflating himself. This action figure is quite tough when you think about it. He can literally destroy punching bags, and he's supposed to be a toy. This game's kinda weird, but I don't think this overstays its welcome. It's a solid one. Also, this timing is so rude. Starting off B tier, we have the baseball one. Some like it, some find it mid. I was in the latter half before. I thought it was just kind of lazy and weird. All you do is watch a throw a ball, and after 5 seconds of it being behind the curtain, you hit it. That's my strat, really. But I think this level is like both good theme-wise and another thing we haven't talked about, audio cues. I really like the audio cues for this level, and they're quite clear and useful, which is definitely a strong point. The stage zoom out distraction is really funny. I used to hate it, but I just think it's funny now, especially since the baseball cracks the screen if you hit it. It should have been permanent for the rest of the level though, and I love how cocky the baseball players get, and how defeated they get, depending on like how good you play, obviously. The theme is about as good as a baseball theme can get in my opinion. The audience can cheer or boo you depending on performance, which is also pretty funny, and I don't think there's much more to say. Next one. Flipper Flop strangely doesn't live up to its title. It's not a flop of a level, but it ain't the best thing out there. It's kinda easy and kinda not at the same time. It really just depends on if you can do the flipper rolls or not, and considering I first tried perfectly this on accident, I probably can. The theme is that you live in the Arctic, or some cold desert. Yes, Antarctica and the Arctic are deserts. And you play as one of these seals trained by some guy. He's funny, and I think he's training to keep warm in the weather or something. I didn't read the crappy things, look at the description of the minigame. Anyway, it's alright. I used to fail at 9 flipper rolls because I forgot how many rolls we had to do midway, so that's kind of funny.
4 flipper roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5 flipper roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Good job. 6 flipper roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yes. 7 flipper roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Good. 8 flipper roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. 1 flipper roll. 1. Well done. 2 flipper roll. 1, 2. Nice. 9 flipper roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Well done. 1 flipper roll. 1. Yes. 2 flipper roll. 1, 2. Nice. 10 flipper roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yes. 1 flipper roll. That's it.
Hot take, but Screwbot Factory is just kinda okay. It's solid, obviously, yeah. It's in B tier for a reason. It's not peak fiction, but it's alright. I didn't like P ranking both versions, and I still haven't done the sequel, but yeah, this is just alright. The theme is you're working at a factory and it's okay, you're making these widgets, not sure what they do, because I'm stupid. Oh wait, wrong minigame. Fuck. Well, you're making these robots, and I think they're toys, but they're also really big, so no. Apparently they're supposed to save the world, I guess. Maybe the machines are just absolutely massive, considering there's the guy that's on the robot and he's tiny. Who knows, who cares? This is slightly different from Philbots from DS. This is basically Philbots from DS, but slightly different. I've never played DS from any of the others really. I can't speak. Cheerleaders is alright. Theme is that you're cheering people to read books, and it kind of makes more sense here because you're in a school library. I like the references in this minigame to the previous from Hem games, and I'm pretty sure most of them are DS, but I can't be as remembering. Sure, it's in the sequel and remixes too, but this is special because you're not used to seeing just randomly lockstep and shit pop up, and it's a weird thing to show to readers to inspire them. But who cares, it's a reference to this game you love. There should have been a reference to how bad Working Door 2 is as a sequel. Despite the annoying intro, which isn't as bad as the Jungle remix from Mega Mix, Remix 1 is a really solid remix for what it is, the first remix. I'd say the best first remix in the series, but I can't really say that kinda. At least it didn't get about 2 sequel remixes in the same game. They did Seesaw dirty with this one, because the Seesaw guy's really fucking ugly. I think that's like the ugliest, most unpleasant to look at reskin in the game, not series. Double Date's actually pretty fast. Screw what's okay here. All in One's solid as well. Yeah, this is a fun remix. I like the tropical theme, and it mostly looks lovely. Fun fact, the Remix 1 minigames are the only 5 I've actually P-ranked. As in, I've completed all 5. Only Raw I've finished. Pretty cool, right? Double Date 1 and 2 are interchangeable, so I'll talk about them at the same time. They both look pleasing, are calming but not boring minigames like Bossa Nova and Love Rap. There's normal football, which is easy, there's the fast one, which is kinda hard, and there's a rugby ball. I live in England, and I don't know what we call it here. Anyway, they both have neat themes, I guess. Original's in a park, and I think he's trying to confess his love to her, despite both versions having it, and I don't know why I wrote that in the script. But these objects get in his way while he's trying to tell her, and apparently when he kicks them, he gains confidence. He's also in front of this school, I guess, and there's these gophers as well. They appear to be high school students based on the outfit that they're wearing. The sequel is in a farm, a nice romantic date location, and for some reason the dog catches the rugby ball, I think. Sure, dogs love balls. Maybe they're in Amsterdam because windmill? I'm only joking, I don't see mass drug abuse. I think I like the original more just a bit since it's the first time and we didn't really need a sequel, but it's solid. Oh boy, this one's a hot take. Remix 10 is just top of B tier, and I think I rated this low because I just think it depends on if you like every minigame in the game, and I think some are just great and some aren't, so it's kind of balanced-ish. I'm leaning more to the positive side since the remix doesn't let each minigame overstay its welcome, but also it doesn't show every mechanic from even the first minigame, so, I mean, sure, not the sequels obviously, but yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't mind it as long as it sounds good, but yeah. Each minigame is short and snappy, and I like the use of packing tests as the beginning and ending minigame for some reason. Plus I like the double fake out, it's funny. This one is iconic obviously, and it has a special remix of it being COVID edition. Moving on. It's fucking crazy.
Into you. Folk show. All about you. 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 1, 2, 3, go! Ready and tap tap tap. Ready and tap tap tap. 3, go!
6 flipper roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, nice.
A tier starts off with Remix 8, which I originally put in low S tier. It's still good, I just gave it way too much credit. The theme is sepia, and the music with the effect creates a romantic feeling for almost all the minigames. You know, maybe the widgets are just getting it on together. Double date's obvious, exhibition match, maybe they're just friends playing ball, lovers playing ball maybe. Air rally's a friendly badminton match as usual. Working door kinda maybe romantic. Launch party? No. Samurai slice? Hell no. Unless those black fuckers have emotions with one another. They have something going on maybe. Also, this is the level with the fastest tempo in the game, being 190 BPM. I never actually noticed that, and I thought that there was like faster levels, but yeah, that's neat. The gameplay is pretty strong to me in my opinion. Solid minigame choice too, except working door, but it's fine in this one. Built to Scale used to be my favourite minigame until I realised it's not DS Built to Scale. It's still really good, I just rated it too high. Theme is solid, area kinda reminds me of those Game Man levels in Sonic Colors. Gameplay's kinda decent, not my favourite, so I probably should have put it in B tier, but I like it. I like the changing speed mechanics, and I guess. I don't really remember this all being too long, but yeah, you're a factory making robots for some reason. Oops, wrong minigame. Yeah, you're making widgets for some reason, but it's alright. Hole in 1 and Hole in 2, as my sister called it, aren't too different besides the sequel making the monkey throw 2 to 4 balls at a time, on occasion, which is kinda crazy. The original is a solid first minigame and sets a simple yet addicting-ish standard for all minigames to come. It shows a simple, easy, consistent timing with all the big balls, and then there's the big balls thrown by Mandrill, which are cool as they teach the player that it's not all going to be the exact same timing. There can be 2 mechanics to spice it up. I think it's just a really solid introduction to the game, and its sequel is actually better. The original was set in a golf course in a typical plains area, which makes sense, it's golf, but the sequel is set in this weird-ass place that looks like that city we see in Donk Donk, and one of the remixes in the results screen. It also reminds me of Nimbus from Miitopia for some reason, minus the mechanical side of Nimbus. The area looks really pleasing, unlike a certain other minigame. But regardless, one of the better sequels. Remix 3 is about singing, but I'm calling it the cooking remix because the theme is, well, look, minigames are used very well, but to be fair, most minigames here were good in the first place, so yeah. I really like that this is the first lyrical remix and minigame in this game. I really have a bias towards these song levels, and I'm not sure why. Maybe I just like the voices, and she could be spouting something racist for all I care, and I won't even notice, because I'm busy hearing the air rally audio. I think the best part of this level is the section which goes from Figure Fire to Air Rally, but every time Forvington gets further away, and I think the time changes every time. This is where the games get really bloody good.
Go, go, go! 1, 2! 1, 2! 1, 2! 1, 2! 1, 2!
jab, 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 jab. Go, go, go! One, two. Jab, jab. 1, 2. Jab, jab, jab. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Jab, jab, go, go, go! Jab, jab, go, go, go! Jab, jab, go, go, go! Jab, jab.
I'm pretty sure the intro to Remix 4 randomizes between two different phrases. There are roads a samurai must travel, or there are mountains a samurai must climb. But regardless, this uses all 4 of its minigames pretty well. There's not much micro row or packing crests, but they both have my favourite song segments. The micro part is much calmer and then picks up pace a little, and the packing crest feels a bit more like a climax. I like the traditional Japanese theme too. This is a very good remix in my opinion, but the next 2 can't top this. Wait, they can. The previous one was the very middle of A tier, and if you paid attention, that means that there are 9 minigames in this rank. Launch Party was initially the top of A tier, but I realised that there are ones in S tier that should be downgraded. This is the only minigame I accidentally called Rhythm Rockets constantly, which is actually the name of the rockets in the game. I just think this is a good length, and it's not too long, not too short. It's kind of one of the most mechanically in-depth minigames somewhat, but not really. There's the 4 types of rockets: red ones 3 seconds, blue ones around 2 seconds despite saying 5. They also look like party hats. The 7 green ones are pretty easy, being very fast to count down, but still easy. The white bowling pin ones are pretty easy, like 1 second and then launch. I like how different all these are. They're quick to learn, fairly quick to master, but the short length doesn't mean that you figured it out. But it's just boring because there's nothing to improve. Kind of unlike Cuphead in a way, like the DLCs. But I am a slut for space themes, so this level is a free ticket I cannot refuse. I love the single star that hides how long the counter will last for, like a second. I know Donk Donk goes to space, but like I don't care, it lasts 10 seconds. This one is the scary U word. Sorry, that was a really bad recording. I'm so bored. Samurai Slice is the one level that I don't want to put low because I get butchered, but at the same time I do like the level. But I also don't at the same time. I like how the monsters can be different sizes but still have the same timing and hitbox, which is most prevalent in the massive boys. I like the Japanese aesthetics too, so it's a pretty good minigame. I might move it to behind Remix 3, but I think it's really solid and the story distraction is so funny. I don't know what else to say. Packing Pest is like the minigame you don't expect to be good, but man, it's really good. Same with another one that's later on, but this one is simple. The company is like the only company that has spider-free candy, quote unquote, which is concerning. It suggests other companies don't actually guarantee that they have spiders, or not have spiders in their candy. And I'm British, so why am I saying candy? Probably because spider-free sweet sounds way worse. I like that this place literally just looks like a plain old office, and yet even your 9 to 5 jobs have something interesting going on in this game. I like the double up mechanic, but it's way cooler in Remix 10 with Packing Pest. And Remix 10 is just really funny, as we said before. I also like the audio telegraphs for Spider and Candy. At the top of A tier we have Forklifter, which used to be number 1. Turns out I'm wrong. The minigame is very simple, only being one mechanic, but I think it's really executed well, for only being one simple idea. And again, it's not too long, so it's very short and sweet. I like the burger part, and the leitmotif is very iconic. A lot of them are iconic, but I think this is just a very noteworthy one in my opinion. I like the timing for this one too, and I'm getting tired of doing this, so I'll be lazy and say less. This level's fun and easy. Starting off S tier, we have a level all the way from the pit of bad levels, D tier. Board meeting. I actually originally thought C tier, but damn, I got my head out of the clouds. This is definitely the shortest minigame in the game, which is my only critique of it really. It understays its welcome actually, in my opinion. Bloody hell, this game ends before you can make a fatal character, and that takes 7 days probably, if you're lucky. I really like the concept and execution of it. It's like pack and pest, turning a boring office setting into something interesting, and you get to play as, like, these gentle pig thingies. But if only they were gentle foxes. But yeah, I like the idea behind this, and it was very strong. I don't know why I thought this was just okay. Maybe I didn't have common sense a week ago. The two Karate Joes are the best void levels because I'm not sure why, but it kind of fits them. Same with Forklifter, but Karate Joe is helped by, guess what? Lyrics. I just really like these levels, and the song is used to carry the intense training in this minigame. Not sure who's throwing Joe the object, but it's about as important as my mental health, as in not really. But I think the order depends on if you like fighting with if you like the fight with the powers or not. It also comes down to, do you like orange or blue? In both cases, Karate Joe 2 wins. I like it because it uses the same song but a different part of the song to make it stand out. And I like the orange colour because it gives me sunset vibes, and also orange is my second favourite colour, only beaten out by pink. Anyway, I love the intensity of this one, and I'm actually getting close to finishing the scripted video for once in my goddamn life. So that's interesting. Remix 6, the Funny Carnival one. Considering this one is Donk Donk, Love Rap and Bossa Nova, you'd think I'd hate it, but not really. The theme looks really nice and pleasing, and the gameplay is really fun. Bossa Nova is also pretty fast in this, despite being the slowest, most boring minigame. I like how the Love Rap lady is on carousels or something, and it moves and shit. That's cool. It helps to elevate a theme I already like. The little details all add up. I still think Donk Donk and Launch Party would make a lot more sense in the space theme, Remix 7, but I don't mind as long as this one is really good. Bossa Nova isn't really boring in this minigame, and as it's really fast paced rather. I also keep failing my P rank on both that and Launch Party for some reason, aka two minigames that are supposed to be the two easiest in the remix. I always fail to the 5 rockets really. I died to the exact same rocket twice in a row. It's crazy. It's also a skill issue, but I really like the song too, which I do for most of the remixes, but this is probably my favourite non-lyrical remix song, I'd say. Starting our top 3 is ringside. The next 3 ones are really close, but ringside gets the prize for probably the most charming besides Air Rally. You play as this wrestler being interviewed by a reporter about his previous wrestling match, I'd assume. The background reminds me of the celebrity interviews, and because of that I could only think of the red carpet scenes from Not Broadcast. I wonder why. But yeah, this is another funny minigame. I love the audio cues in the newspaper magazine when you get the pose for the fans right. Also, I think this is the best minigame for getting wrong, I'd say. The reporter looks nervous and looks confused when he spammed the nod. When he spammed the pose, she kind of just shields herself or something. And the sound he makes when he actually poses is just funny. I also find it funny that when you have to pose for the fans, you find out that like off camera is a paparazzi, and you can see that the game devs didn't even bother to make anything other than the background that you can actually see. I don't think it's a joke, but I find it really funny. Not sure what else to say. I love bagels. With 2 minigames left, which is better? The answer is surprisingly Remix 9. I'll talk about it next, but Air Rally is not my number 1. I know, get your pitchforks out, but it's still number 2, so I'm not chaotic evil. Air Rally is my favourite consistency challenge. Oh, wrong game. It's my favourite consistency based minigame, I'd say. Although technically all minigames have a level of consistency, but I mean like, as before I've mentioned, levels like Tap Troop, Shrimp Shuffle, Block Step, they have like an endurance test, having to constantly press A in 1 second intervals really. I really do love the variation with Forbinson getting further away and his voice getting louder as he shouts. The funny thing is that the rhythm is always the exact same no matter his distance, so there's a top tip for you. Best use of the cloud distraction reward, I guess. I do like how the level cycles between times of the day. Someone probably did a /time set, but yeah, the time isn't like so sudden or anything. It's more progressive, I'd say, and flows well. I don't know, this minigame is my favourite non-remix minigame, and that's called Foreshadow It. Number 1 is Remix 9. People put this in S tier, I think, but not number 1. I used to think that this level is just mid because there's no real theme, and it's just the colour add with variation. But does it really matter, as long as the level looks amazing and plays well? And guess what? This is a really good looking level, and a really fun fast paced level. This feels like the fastest minigame, but remix it is. The fastest remix rather. And of course it's a lyrical remix which gets extra brownie points from me. I don't hit any of the minigames used here, and this just has like the second most, I guess. Because like, obviously, which one has the most? Which has the most amount of minigames? I'll wait. I like how Karate Joe's a cat in this one. Holden 1 is nice, I don't mind Love Rap. Jerry Diz is pretty good. Ringside a pace for 3 seconds, and Board Meeting feels the most satisfying to play. I like the sort of band aesthetic in that section, and I just love the charm of this minigame. Easily my favourite minigame to play for its vibes and gameplay.
into you, into you.
Off with the fans.
Press into you,
Crazy into you. Into you.
press into you,
Crazy into you. Into you.
Yo guys, what video game should I play? I'm just looking for one. Do I want to play Sonic? Do I want to play Cuphead? Tropico? I'm not in the mood for any of these games. I can't seem to want to play any games. That's Mario Maker. What's that? No, don't give a shit, fuck off. Well, what's this? Beat the Beat Rhythm Paradise. Rhythm Heaven Fever. Oh, wait. No. Not this fucking game. Get away from me, demon. What the fuck? What is this? More than 50 minigames. 50 wacky minigames? Oh my god. I'm scared. I don't know what the fuck this is. Someone help me. Oh, I know exactly what you are. Get the fuck away from me, you demon. Get away from me, you demon. This is the devil itself. This fucking thing disguised as a fun, wacky video game. It's the devil. This thing. We need holy water for this. This is fine. This is a perfectly fine game, yeah. But this is a demon. This right here is scary. It's horrifying. It's traumatizing. And P-ranking it. Something they call P-ranking. I heard it breaks people. I won't dare. So I guess that's it. In conclusion, Rhythm Hem Fever minigames are a mixed bag, but I lean more towards the positive. I'd say around mid-C tier I become more in love. D tier and F tier just piss me off. But that's all I have to say. Do you agree and think board meeting is overrated, or do you think Shrimp Shuffle is the greatest piece of media of all time? Let me know, I guess. As all tier lists go, my opinions are obviously objective, and should be taken as fact because I am the greatest being alive. Wow, I was actually positive about myself. That is bonkers. Okay, bye-bye for now. Sorry for gaslighting you into thinking I should complete the psychological horror video, and many others. I'm stupid, but goodbye. You bastards. Bastards. Fucking bastards.